Hey there, Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing fantastically. I am here to do your November reading, November 2020. I've been away for a couple of months. There is a update video on my channel if you're interested in finding out what's been going on. A lot of stuff. But I'm here to do your reading now for November 2020. So thank you for your patience. Show me energies present for the sign of Sagittarius. First card out, you have the Six of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of your cards out and we'll get into it. Also, there's going to be creaking that you're going to hear in the video. I'm sorry, I can't help that. I recently moved cross country, and I am, my friend and I are living together now, and we have a house that is very old, which I love, but it's creaky. And also down here in the basement in my new workspace, which I might change, you can hear the toilet flush and the sink go. So not ideal, but we're going to have to do it just for now because still figuring out how this house works. So show me more for Sagittarius, please. Sorry to get into that little thing. You have the Judgment card and the Sun. Jeez. Star at the bottom of the deck. Positive fucking energy. Show me more for Sagittarius, please. You have the Ace of Swords coming through here. Okay. Two more for Sag. Knight of Pentacles coming through. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. One more for Sagittarius, please. You have the Empress as well as the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you are making some pretty considerable decisions in regard to what is going to be best for you in your future. I feel like you want to move forward in the best possible way, as everyone does, but there's an opportunity for you to do so. At the bottom of the deck, I will say the Eight of Cups is here, okay? So what I'm feeling here is that there may be, because the bottom of the deck is kind of like the underlying energy of the reading. If you're needing to let go of a situation and move away from something, Judgment is here very much to support that. This is a matter of you allowing things in your life, though. It's also becoming clear-headed. I want to say, too, if you're having any issues with like things that... Okay, so I'm getting a lot of imagery of like clouding the mind or things that are polluting the body, clouding the mind. So drugs, alcohol, excessive uses of whatever it is. We need to cut that out so you have more clarity in your decision making and the way that you go, because it feels like somebody's been holding themselves back from making a decision that could be very positive in their life, but they're like holding themselves back because they're not ready to release that. And now I'm saying it's time to release that. It's time to move forward because it feels that you're heavily supported in the direction that you're going. The Knight of Pentacles giving to the Empress, like this is giving to a new opportunity. This is something that can be very have a lot of longevity, a lot of movement in the future, and the stability as well. And a lot of work to make it happen, but good. Like with the Knight of Pentacles, the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, this is all about good work ethic. It's about moving towards things that are going to be potentially better for you as far as work is concerned, Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, some of you could literally be moving to partners, moving to be closer to a mother, a family member. It could be that situation too. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify here a little bit just because I want to get into this in a deeper way. Show me the Six of Wands for Sagittarius. So for the Six of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords coming through. So the Knight of Swords is about forward action. They want to get to the bottom of things. This is communication, but it's also, bottom of the deck, King of Swords. So you might be communicating with an air sign as well. But either way, this is about forward thinking, communication, getting to the point of things. If you see obstacles that are basically getting in the way of your own success, this is about really doing what you can to cut them out. Also, with this energy too, I will say right now I'm getting an image of activism, and I know that there's a lot of energy in our world right now dealing with that. So some of you might be dealing with certain levels of activism, protesting. The Knight of Swords has a lot to do with that kind of energy as well. You know, I will say though, be careful. Okay, some of you are getting out of a situation where it's just not suitable for you any longer as well. That's what I feel here too. Show me Judgment. So with Judgment, you have Judgment coming out. So Judgment, to clarify Judgment. This is a big decision, Sagittarius. Whatever you're doing here, whatever forward movement you're making, the decision is big. It's a big change for you, but I feel like the support that you have in regard to this change is going to be something that's going to be beneficial to you. It's supported by the Sun and the Ace of Swords. So it's about clarity. It's about trusting what needs to be let go of, trimming the fat, thinning the herd. It's about letting go of people and situations and surroundings that are not for you any longer. With the Sun here, this is about understanding things in a different way, having a new way of seeing things. Show me the Sun. You have the Three of Cups here. Okay, came out sideways. I'll read it both ways. Three of Cups upright is about connections, emotional connections with people who feel good. It's about family members, friends. It can talk about going on dates and getting drinks and things of that nature. I'm not necessarily feeling that though. I feel that the situation is potentially going to reconnect you with people that are on the same page with you, or people that feel like they're born of the same cloth. That may have not happened yet, but it feels like it's happening. Or if that's not it, it's just a lot of support from people that you love and trust. Show me the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I mean, it could be going to family too. Show me the Ace of Swords. So for the Ace of Swords, you have Death. So this is a card of release. It's a card of forward movement. And also making peace with what needs to be left. At the bottom of the deck again, we do have this Eight of Cups. So what are we moving away from? What are we releasing? What are we letting go of? Where do we need to have communication in regard to starting this transition for this next movement? You know, I think that communication, like telling your friends you're moving, or, you know, telling your job, like what loose ends need to be basically dealt with so you can actually have a positive outcome in this, because it feels like you kind of have to cut yourself away from something. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. So for the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Five of Pentacles coming out upright. Okay. Five of Pentacles is a card of it's a card of lack. It's a card of not having what you need, you know, and also it's a card of being stuck in situations that really don't serve you. They, you know, you may have wanted to become part of them at a certain point, but you realize after hanging on to them for, you know, whatever length of time you have, they're not for you. They don't provide for you. It just leaves you feeling like you're floundering in a situation. This could very well be work, love, new direction in life, movement, moving homes. There's so many different potentials here. So I want to throw all of those out. And each of you are going to be dealing with your own situations, of course. At the bottom of the deck for that Five of Pentacles, you also have the Five of Wands coming out. So environments that you've been in that have been conflictual, like conflicting environments, people that have been conflicting, situations that have left you in lack, you know, difficulty communicating to people, difficulty being on the same page, working, it feels like you're spinning in wheels to get anywhere. That needs to end, because it's too conflictual for what you want in your life. It doesn't resound and resonate with what you want in your life, so you got to cut it out. Wherever that is in your life, try to make the steps, try to take the steps to cut that stuff out, because it doesn't serve you anymore. We're kind of in this trajectory now in this world where we need to free up our energy for new things. That's the case all the time, but right now it feels that the emphasis is even more so about that. You know, a lot of uncertainty is happening in this world experience for us, especially in the US. So it feels like there's, if you're dealing with situations that are just unbearable at this point, that you need to leave, might be time to do that. Show me the Empress here. So for the Empress here, you have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So this is something that the Four of Pentacles is a card of holding on to something. It's a card of inaction, sometimes non-movement, stagnancy. It feels like this energy is like this person can help you out of it, or you can help somebody out of a situation of this nature. This doesn't just have to be you. You could be dealing with somebody who is, you know, because roles reverse in these types of readings. Either way, there's communication with the Page of Wands that's happening about moving forward. And I feel that this situation can help somebody out of a kind of hole that they may have either been in a slump in, or like it's helping somebody out of something, moving towards something to get yourself out of a negative situation. I feel like I'm kind of crawling out of like a hole. What was that movie with David Bowie and the peach? Huggle. Labyrinth. It's kind of like the oubliette, like that dark oubliette. It's an underground little cave cavern cell holding space, jail, that they were in, and I feel like I'm crawling out of that. That's what it feels like. It's almost as if like you've been through a tedious maze of the same thing over and over again, and now this is an opportunity to leave that. So I would say step on it. Bottom of the deck for that, you have Justice. So that is fairness. It is an opportunity being extended to you for you to better your life, better your situation. And it also could be, Sagittarius, that you're offering this to somebody else. It's like extending an olive branch for them to get their life together, or something to come together in a better and more cohesive way, in a positive way. Show me the Eight of Pentacles here. Does that want to come out? It's not it. Okay. Show me the Eight. Okay. So for the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant here. All right. So the Hierophant is about stability. It's about like if this is going towards a new job. And here at the bottom of the deck too, you have the Tower. So this is an abrupt change, but what it does is it stabilizes things. It brings longevity to something. It also may be a situation where somebody is moving from needing to get out of something into a new job or new path in the world. I will say, though, that this type of path is a little bit more constructed, a bit more traditional. It's not something that you can kind of divert from or like do in your own way. This is something where you have to be very clear in the way that you work and function, because it's kind of like a giant organization or entity, or you have to fall in line in the way that you are dealing with the situation. It offers potential for money. It offers potential for stability, and it offers somebody the opportunity to get out of a hole. But I do want to say, for me, that would be very difficult just because I can't stand like traditional stuff. I have a very hard time in the corporate world. I do not belong there. And it's been proven to me time and time again. But for those of you where that is your sphere, that is your comfort zone, or you are happy to move into that direction, it's being supported here. And it's being supported here with a catalyst of love and stability to also hold you into it or help you into it. Okay? And it kind of feels like it comes at a, in like, it's a quick change. It's a quick change from where you were to where you go. It's quick, but it's supportive. All right, I'm going to stop yammering on. Let's get some clarifiers for this reading. Give me advice for this reading for Sagittarius, please. Give me advice for Sagittarius, please. All right, Sag. Show me advice for Sagittarius. Okay. So, Sag, you have the King of Swords coming out with the Hermit. All right. So the King of Swords here, I want to touch upon the first thing that comes through for me is some of you may be getting involved in situations or work situations that are dealing with like medical, lawyer, stuff of that nature, legal matters, so paralegal stuff, however it works out. that may be an aspect. But overall here, what this is telling me is that this is stabilizing your life so that you're able to be in a better position within yourself, and you will be coming up in a professional way, it feels. The Hermit attached to this, so too. I really, you know, one thing that I kind of want to emphasize here, just because it matters to me. It may not matter to a lot of people, but it matters to me. It feels like whatever this movement is coming, Sagittarius, like if you're going into a position or a job that's going to require you to dot your I's, cross your T's, and like make sure everything is very, I don't know. There's not a lot of freedom, it feels like, with this. There's a lot of stability, but not a lot of freedom. And I really urge you also to look at that, because it feels like, to me, there's an element here where we need to pay attention to what feeds us on a spiritual level, on a level of happiness, what works with us on an internal level. We can get a fantastic job, you know, making great money, but if it turns you into somebody who's like emotionless and cold, not to say that the King of Swords is always like that, but I'm emphasizing it here because I want to say, you know, you may end up with a fantastic position here, but do what you can to infuse happiness into your life. Be as creative as possible if this job doesn't afford you the opportunity to do that. I guess that's a worry for me. I like being very free-flowing, and I like jobs that are not corporate and like, But if this is where you're going, make it good for you, but also honor your spiritual sense with the Hermit, honor what you need in your life with that Hermit energy, and don't get cut off from those things, because those things are going to help sustain you on an internal level, on an emotional level, on a level of connectedness. You don't want to be burnt out and just like a shell of a person working. This gets you out of a hole. This gets somebody out of a hole, but it's a lot of work in the end. So good on you. I hope that this was helpful. If it was, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you choose to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box below. If you are seeking a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com, and I will speak to you soon. All right, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.